Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. Before we get started, I need to ask Meredith an important question.
Yes.
Can you please wipe the chocolate off your mouth?
I thought I did.
I think you got it.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think I got it. I noticed that. Yeah, because
That is a major distraction.
daily
Kind of makes me hungry. Anyway, this week, last week we talked about, do you remember what we talked about last
No,
week?
because I was stoned out of my brain.
Oh, that's right. We talked about the helpful content update from Google.
Oh, yeah, I do remember
Ring
that.
any bell? Yeah.
Yep, I remember
And
that.
I said at the end, I promised this week we're going to talk about how to do that a little bit.
Okay,
So
sure.
we're going to cover one method this week. I'm going to break this into two. So
exciting.
I'll do a step this week, a step next week, and then I'll follow it up with some other ways, because there's not just one way to create helpful content.
What our objective, you're so true. There's no one way to do almost anything.
I am true.
Yes.
So we're going to focus on what I have talked about so much, creating a resourceful content, helpful
resource
content.
Yeah.
First, we're going to cover a couple things. One, what this does not mean.
Okay.
So there are some do's and don'ts. I'm just going to cover the number one don't, because this is pretty common.
Okay.
So have you ever
Don't write
seen
all one sentence. Just
That's
one
correct.
Very extensive.
That's not what I had in mind, but that's
I'm one
also
step
true.
ahead of you, my friend.
Yeah. I did have something.
I know, it's you always. The most important thing that we should not do.
Oh, so don't. Have you ever seen a blog that is like the top 10 things you need to do for better muscles, or to lose weight, or to look better?
Yeah.
The 15 things you need to do this month for whatever.
Yeah. The 16 green leafy foods to get your magnesium.
Those are kind of meant to appear to be a resource, but they're really not.
They're not. What are they?
I'll get into that. They're kind of BS, but let me explain.
Are they just affiliate links?
Often, sometimes.
Clever.
So I just saw one in SEO, and the name of the article was, and I wrote this down because it was so good.
Okay.
The top 13 tools you need to be using for SEO right now.
Okay.
Good God, 13 tools? That's insane. Yes.
That's crazy.
When I say here are the 13 tools you need to be using right now for SEO, what goes on? What happens in your head?
I explode.
Yeah,
I'm overwhelmed.
Well, F that. I'm not doing SEO then.
Yeah.
Like
13.
But
that's like, can you imagine here you have to make a birdhouse and you have all the wood nails and you just secretly need a hammer, but they say, here are 13 tools you need to create a birdhouse.
So in those 13 tools, there are some good tools there.
Yeah.
But you only need 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The rest there's a lot of overlap. You need one or the other. You don't need, and they had like 4, they listed 4 or 5 that all do the same thing.
Why?
But anyway, so this article, let me get into that.
Yeah.
This article was meant to be perceived as a resourceful article, but I guarantee you one of two things is happening here.
Yeah.
Either this is just an affiliate, and I know the site. I'm not going to mention what the domain was, but it was not. It wasn't like a leading a thought leader in this industry.
Okay.
So either those are just affiliate links and they're just recommending all the tools they already know are popular and they're hoping they get organic traffic and make some affiliate income. Or number 2, this is some junior writer who is tasked with, here's an article title, go do it.
Right.
Go figure it out. And they go out and they research other blogs, all the tools, and they just round them all up into one article and just dump it, and there it is. Right. And it's just a rehash of other content. Either or both of those, maybe some combination of 2 of those things is happening. It's affiliate and there, because there is an entire industry around the writing of articles like that.
Interesting.
It's almost so you can completely be outsourced. All you need to do is say, here's the title of the article I want. Here are some keywords, and it costs $50, and you get it a week later.
Wow.
There's a lot of companies doing that.
Huh.
So
What's the purpose of that?
So the purpose, I mean, it's their own SEO. It's not to help you. It's not to actually really provide value to you, the reader. It's their own benefit also.
So how do we know who to trust?
You only trust Meredith's husband.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Number one, you look at the domain.
Yeah.
If it's a really well-known domain, then yes. And I think you can kind of gauge a lot just by looking at the article. Does it make things easier for you? Does it make things really hard?
Yeah.
Is it just a list of things you would need to buy?
Because
if it's just a list of things, if it's just a list of things you need to buy, most likely they're just after some affiliate income.
Because I've seen some of those ads, articles, and then nothing from the headline is in the article.
Yes.
And I just keep reading it over and over, thinking that I'm missing it.
You're missing, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's something that like really gives you instructions on how to do something and provides some insight and makes sense and says, oh, by the way, here's a tool that we use or I use that's recommended to help you do this, and it's an affiliate link, that's fine. I mean, that's what affiliate
100%.
links are there for, I feel.
Ideally.
So now saying that's the don't. What can you do? Don't do something like that. What do we want to do?
Yeah.
So there's a couple different ways you can create a really helpful, resourceful piece of content. One way is to create something that is unique to you. Like provide something that only you can provide. What makes you different? What makes your perspective unique? What do you offer in terms of your business? What makes your photography different than other photographers? And I want you to share that process because only you have that voice.
Right.
So I have an assignment for you.
Oh.
An assignment for everyone.
Oh, boy.
This week,
homework.
I want you to just have that in your mind. You don't need to actually create anything. You don't need to do anything.
Right.
But just have that in your mind.
We could just turn this
off.
off.
This is.
We wouldn't want to.
What?
Nothing. Because we like it. It's good.
Are you high again?
No, I'm not. I promise.
This is something like this is probably not going to just come to you right away. To be honest, this is something that you'll kind of stumble across this as you're doing something. You're like, oh, this is what Meredith has. This is what I could just talk about this.
Right.
So just try to find something. Think of something. Take a week.
Okay.
Which hopefully you do a lot of the same stuff from week to week. It's a long enough period so that you are doing lots of different things.
Yeah.
And just kind of be on the lookout for, hey, what am I doing on a day-to-day or week-to-week that other people are not doing that makes me different?
All right.
So for you, Meredith, we're going to use you as an example right now. You're lucky you kind of get out of your homework because I'm going to help you with it.
Oh, I can do my own homework. I don't know. What is my homework?
So I think, if I were to answer that question for you, I would say what makes you different and your photography unique, your perspective, is the engagement that you get with the people you are photographing.
Yeah.
It really, to me, as an outsider, sets your photography apart from everything else. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And just saying that, there are people who don't want engaged photos and prefer just a documentary, and that is totally awesome.
And this does. And
so
this
again,
does
it's something that does
be.
make me, my photography, and other people's
your photography is your photography, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's why.
I should use that word.
What? Definitely?
Engaged.
Okay.
Not definitely.
So for other people, this is not always going to be a style of photography, or it could be anything. It could be the way you, I don't know, hold the camera. It could be really different. I have no idea. Or the way
I hold it with my toes.
I thought everybody did that. Yes. So it's open. So anything you do, there's no limit on this. It doesn't even need to have to do specifically with photography. It could be the way you interact. It could be anything you want. It doesn't matter. I don't really care.
Oh.
So have that in mind. If you do come up with that with something relatively quickly, then I want you to do the next step.
Okay.
And that is write down just bullet list 3 things of what are the ingredients for that. How does that happen? So for you, I'm going to ask, what are 3 things, just bullet list. This is just very, very rough.
Okay.
How do you get that engagement? How do you do that?
Well, proper curiosity in people.
Mm-hmm. Genuine? Is it?
Yeah.
Would you say genuine curiosity?
Yeah.
Honest, genuine
Yeah,
curiosity.
yeah,
Yes.
true curiosity.
So let's say number one, be curious.
Be curious. Oh,
Be curious.
Oh, I see. Okay, be curious.
Yes.
Speak from the heart.
Okay.
And
Good.
in connecting with the person.
Yes.
And truly give all your attention and focus to them, so they feel seen.
Right. That's amazing. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want you to do. You don't need to do it again this week, but do that this week. Okay. Try to think of something. If you can only think of something and, you don't have time to come up with the 3 things, that's fine. If you can't come up with something, that's fine. If you have something already, write down the 3 things.
Now,
next week.
What if everybody had the same things as me? Would that take away from?
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like if everyone started blogging with those 3 things?
Right. I don't expect that everyone is going to feel that what makes them different is the engagement that they get.
Right.
Some people will.
Maybe.
Fair enough. So, I mean, that is a strength for some people.
And some people, some people are incredible with posing and lighting and all that. And
it could be, how do you make people feel at ease when they walk into your studio?
Right.
It could be, or how is your email warm-up sequence before people's session? Like what are you proud of?
Right.
What do you feel like I do this really well?
Right.
And we're going to create something around that. Now, I know some people are going to think, well, that's my secret. I don't want to give that away.
That was part of what I was just thinking.
Yes. Trust me.
That's why I said, what if everybody does that?
Yeah.
I was very protective of it.
Yes.
And I almost didn't give the truth, but I do give the truth.
I know. Trust me, that is a huge fear. I've heard that people with that fear, and I had that fear myself for like 20 years. But here are some things that are true.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs, and they're going to do their own thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to steal ideas from somebody else. Your strength is not going to be their strength.
Right.
If they try to steal your strength and make it their strength, guess what? It's not going to be that strong.
Right.
It's just not going to work.
Right.
I have never seen somebody come up with a great business idea and somebody else steal it and become successful with it. I've never even seen somebody else steal it and do anything with it. People generally have their own ideas.
Right. Except for Hydrox.
Right. No, Oreo.
I mean,
Hydrox was the original.
Hydrox was the original.
Oreo was the knockoff. Yes.
Well, kind of McDonald's and Burger King. In any case, they're different. They're different. They're still different. Yes. Burger King is not McDonald's, is not Burger King.
Exactly. Yet people are not going to take what makes you special and they're not going to be able to replace you.
Right.
Unless they can do it anyway, in which case they're probably out there doing it. They're not reading about you. So, but
that's so funny that you say that, because that's exactly, I was like,
people are not going to do it. When I started business,
steal it, and I'm never going to work again.
It's a very common thing, especially when people are starting businesses. I don't want to tell anybody my idea because they're going to steal it.
Yeah, it used to be that way.
It never happens.
There used to be no information in the photography world.
Unless you're selling something on Amazon, they're going to steal it.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to make it themselves, and they're going to put their product right above yours.
Yeah, and Exactly.
But you're not selling. I'm assuming you're not selling on Amazon.
I am not.
So
not that anyone knows about.
the objective will be. I'm going to skip ahead and give you a little foreshadowing, I guess, of what's going to. No, not chocolate. Okay. Of where we're going with this. So the thought is. Could you share these? Could you tell these ideas to, say, parents with an iPhone who want to take pictures of their kids?
Yeah.
Because they wonder, how do I get
absolutely.
better pictures? Now, you'll probably have the same thought, but then they're not going to hire me. If I give them my secrets, they don't need to hire me.
Right.
Are you having
that? No, I do. But then I see that other photographers have done it. And so maybe the parents then realize, oh, actually, I can't. I need to hire Meredith.
Again, if a parent is going to do that and take the photos themselves, they're not about to hire a professional photographer anyway. They're not going to, they are not on the verge of paying you thousands of dollars to take professional photographs and then come across a blog and be like, oh, wait, I can just do it myself. And that's not going to happen. Trust me, that's not going to happen.
That's true.
What might happen is parents are maybe vaguely thinking about it and just seeing what's out there, and they see this and they take some photos. And if it works for them, great.
Yeah.
Now, someday when they get to the point like, oh, I want to have this done professionally.
Yeah.
What is going to be in their mind? Meredith taught, yes. So keep that in mind.
Okay. Yeah, because I've seen people on their blogs, they have things like that. And I thought, maybe I should have that.
Yeah. It's a hard instinct to overcome. It was hard for me to overcome.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what you're doing here on the podcast.
Yes. And I have a blog now. There's 100+ articles on there of exactly the things that I do to charge people money for.
Wow.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
Like I have, if my clients ever went to my blog, they say, oh, this is exactly what Chris is going to, you know what? It wouldn't matter. They're still going to hire me.
Right.
Let's take his ideas.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do with them? Hire somebody new to it doesn't matter.
True.
Anyway.
True.
Okay. I hope that helps. Next week, we're going to take the next step. This week, again, just have that in mind.
Okay.
Try to think of what makes you different.
Okay.
If you can come up with that, or you have that already, then write down the 3 things, the 3 ingredients.
Okay. And I can go back and listen to this to remember what mine were.
Right.
Okay.
Have you ever listened to a podcast episode?
No.
I don't think so. No, actually, you told me that last week, which is fine. It's not your job.
No. I mean, I've listened to a little bit and then I think, oh, that sounds like me. And it is. And that's about it.
Okay. Well, do that. Good luck with it.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everybody. Do it. I can't. And maybe write in and share some of yours. Can they do that?
Please,
so we can share it.
Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Meredith's husband.
On Meredith's husband. Share your 3 things, and then we can all see them.
And we're going to steal them.
And everyone can then steal those. No, but do it. Do it. That would be so awesome.
Good luck, everybody.
Bye. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you find this helpful and useful. And if you do, what you could do for us as a thanks would be to, drumroll please, yes, leave a review. Yes, everybody says it, I know, but it really does make a difference. Take 3 seconds, leave as many stars, say something really nice about what you like about the podcast and maybe why other people would like it. It would mean the world to us, especially my husband. That better? All right, I'm going to try one where I'm not going to be charming.